Hi guys, my name is Andriana Naquay Denise Russian. A lot of you know me as Drea, and I'm here to tell you about my life. My senior project, thanks to Mr. Guido, is for me to present my life as a student, and that's what I'm here to do today. I'm going to tell you guys the odds and ends of the 18 years of my life on this earth. Some of the good, some of the bad, and I guess I won't go into detail about the worst. I'll just ring around the bush, just shuffle it. I've had surgery done on my nose. That was almost a year ago now. I've been in foster care. I've ugh. I've dealt with bullying. I've dealt with being raped. I've dealt with a kidnapping situation of some sort, I guess you could say. I've been pushed around from home to home outside of foster care because foster care I stayed in one place. I have dealt with being in a home where I wasn't allowed to eat. I was, locked out of certain things. I had the person that was supposed to be taking care of me not take care of me, leave me completely without. By the time I turned 16, I really didn't have a choice but to get a job, but that person wouldn't allow me to get working papers, so I didn't start working until I turned 17, and from there, I just fully had to take care of myself. I'm no longer with that person. I've dealt with having to stay in a shelter. And Friday, the 31st of May, I get the keys to my first apartment. I'm super excited for that, but I won't be able to put anything for the apartment in this video because it's due May 30th. Yeah. I've been to several different schools. I've traveled and went to several different states. I've done a lot, both good and bad, in my 18 years. And this next 20 minutes or so will be about me. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my foster care experience. On December 4th, 2014, we were supposed to go to the Christmas parade, but that's not what happened. There was a situation at home between me and my mom, and I woke up with a scar on my face. Sorry, I'm trying to find it, but my face isn't really that puffy right now, so you can't see it. But anyways, it's like a long gash across my face. I passed out at the table, and I woke up with a cutie in my hand, and it was like a quarter of the way peeled. So my guess was after whatever had happened, I passed out at the table. But I woke up and my face was burning really bad. And I went to the bathroom to wipe my face, but I didn't turn the light on. And it didn't come off. And my mom, came out of her room and she made me sit in the computer chair. And when she went in her room, I went in my room, grabbed my sneakers and the counselor's phone number. A week before, two of my friends, my best friend at the time, her name was Parker, she knew about the stuff going on at home, and she told me if I didn't tell, she was going to tell. And she did. I was actually friends with the girl too, but she was closer with her. They went to the counselor and they told the counselor, and of course the counselor called me into the office, and she just was like, next time to call her. So I didn't even put my shoes on. I grabbed my shoes and the phone number, and I ran to my friend's house down the street, and her mom called the counselor, and from there, the police came, well, before the police came, my mom came to her house and was like, well, she has to come home, this, that, and the third. But the police and stuff had already been called by then. But the police came, they took me away. My godmom, one of our godmoms, we have two. She came to the house. My mom got arrested, and she stayed in jail for 4 to 6 days. My brother and sister went with our godmom, and I went to foster care. That night, I slept in the defects office, like one of their little side rooms that they would take. Like when your parents get visitation of you, they literally sit in like this room behind, you know, those like two-way mirrors to like view the interactions. But I slept in one of those rooms on a couch until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because they didn't have anywhere for me to go. And I went, it was probably about 4 or 5. No, it wasn't even 4 o'clock. Maybe it was like 3 when the lady got a call that there was somewhere for me to go. And I went to this house. It was like out in the country. And I remember I got there and it was the sweetest Caucasian couple. Their daughter wasn't there. She had went off to college. But I slept in one of the rooms that they use for their foster children. But they were a temporary place. And then later on that day, I got picked up and they had found me a foster home. It was just me, and it was this older lady. Her name was Helen, but I didn't call her that. I actually called her Miss Love because that was her last name. At school, though, she was very like good with like the whole discreet thing. None of the kids knew that I was in foster care. I always told them she was my grandma and she was okay with that. I wouldn't, at the time, I was a very private person. I guess more so embarrassed than anything. But I was with her for 9 months and then I went back to my mom. So I went to her in December and I was with her until like August because the next school year, 9th grade, I spent a week with her. Not with her, but a week, I want to say was. If not, then it was 2 weeks at the high school. It was Stevenson High School. And then I went back home with my mom. So I was in foster care for a year and 2 months altogether. But even though I was still in technically the state's custody, I was back home with my mom. That was that experience. So some of the sections will be just pictures. I'm not going to put titles on them. There's at least 5 pictures. And I'm doing those to show you all the stages that I've had to deal with my hair. And then there's one with my afro out. That is one of the most recent ones. That's probably from like 2 months ago. Another thing for me is my hair is like my temple. That is a sacred thing for me because I've shaved my head, I've dyed my hair, I've had locks twice. I had locks and I had sister locks. I've tried all different things with my hair. When I was really young, I used to get a perm. I had the Rihanna haircut for a while. So with my hair, I've had a lot of things. So I want to put those in there because those are a big part of me. Another thing, there's a picture of my godmom adjusting my glasses. I chose that picture for my yearbook photo, my baby yearbook photo, because I like my wigs, and that was my first wig. It was like mad puffy. I have no pictures with my other godmom that I couldn't find any, at least. I asked her, but she was at work, and I haven't gotten any back yet. So if I get one back, then I'll put it at the end. There's a picture of me in my work uniform. That's me at my current job. I've had a couple different jobs. I've worked at the fair for the last couple of years. I worked at the Boys and Girls Club last summer. I worked at Justice for a year and a couple months. And then my current job is at a nursing home. Another thing for me would be, the videos with Joey. There's a video of him fake passing out. He's so dramatic. And then the ones with Jasmine. And then there's 2 pictures. There's one picture with me, my brother and sister. We're in a triangle. And then the last one is one of me and my brother. And then there's one of me and my sister. And the updated ones of me and them are, when I went to pick up Jasmine was the one when my brother was on the rocks, and the one with my little sister behind me was for my birthday. The last 2 years, my 17th and 18th birthday, I went back home and spent my birthday back home, and I feel like that's a tradition that I'll keep doing until I move back home, because I feel like my birthday is something important. Even though I don't go out and have a big party or any of that, I feel like my birthday is something important. And it's important to me, even if it isn't important to anyone else, because that's the day I get to celebrate my life. I get to celebrate the good, the bad, and my birthdays are always super emotional for me. I end up crying for mad long. Something goes wrong, something doesn't follow through, something follows through, but I go back home because that's where I'm most comfortable. That's my safe place. That's my happy place. That's when I'm back home. I feel free. I don't have to worry about all the Syracuse-ness that I don't. Going back home means a lot to me. And that's definitely something I see happen in my future, is moving back home. That's gonna happen eventually. But till then, I'm here. So I just wanted to take this time to talk about like who I feel like I am as a person. I feel like I'm strong, kind, stubborn. A lot of people think, I guess, that I necessarily have an attitude problem. I don't think it's that. I think that I have been through a lot of things. So my response and reaction is different than a lot of people's. I may not give the reaction that people want or like. A lot of people perceive it as rude or I don't give a, but honestly, that's me. I am a broken individual that is doing my best to accomplish everything that I want and more by myself. I have been doing that since I was 10. So 8 years later, this is your results. You get this. For years, I would fake smile so that no one knew what was going on. And yeah, and now I'm older and I don't smile like that, because what's the use of smiling if it doesn't mean anything? What's the use of making my life what other people want it to be, of allowing people to perceive my life as one thing when that's not what it is? I wouldn't say I'm an open book, but I definitely no longer care. I just allow things to be what they are, the way that they are. I'm to a point in my life where I feel like no matter what it is, I should speak up and say something, whether someone listens, doesn't listen, someone doesn't care. So guys, last summer I had surgery done on my nose because I had a deviated septum surgery. But based off of my life experiences and things like that, the bone in my nose right here, like in this area, had like a dent in it. So like it was like pushed in like this. That little curve you can see is how my bone was. And I will add in the video of literally the after effect of my surgery. I remember waking up and I was crying for like 30 minutes because I couldn't find Jasmine. And yeah, I recorded when he gave me the anesthesia. And I don't remember leaving the room. I remember him bringing the bed, like, to the door. But I don't remember leaving the room. I passed out before we made it out the room. And yeah, I woke up crying, looking for her. Right, Scrub? She's going back to sleep. But, and I actually almost died because I'm allergic to penicillin and latex, and one of the medicines they gave me, they actually give to people that are allergic to penicillin, but I'm allergic to that medicine as well, and I took it for 3 days. In those 3 days, I threw it up every day, and it just was really bad. It would make me, like, really sick, and...
No, it's a video, but I didn't want you to say it.
That's good, because it'd be really awkward.
Oh. Is it gonna burn?
Was that the sedative right there? Yeah.
How long does that take to set in?
Put her on.
Does it work instantly?
It works in about 1 minute.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh.
Yeah, why? You want more?
Oh,
Well, we about to see how this 1 minute goes.
that's a lot of liquid. Oh, hell no, I'm not here. Yeah, that's just cute. He's already acting a little weird. It's the placebo. He said a minute. It hasn't been a minute. Placebo effect. I'm calling it.
Okay, there. You ready for this?
Oh, look at her all loopy woopy. Alright.
Ready to go?
My boss got changed, but these are probably gonna have to be changed to kids size. I tried to eat a popsicle, and that didn't really work out, because that's more than half of it. Ready to go home, so I can see Jasmine.
Oh, you're okay.
And, yeah. Here we go.
Jazz, say hi to the camera. Say hello. This is one of the dogs. Her name's Jasmine. I woke her up from her nap. Say hello. I've had her since I was 10. And she's 8 years old now. She's super small though. She's long looking. She's all fluffy again. She lost all of her hair a while back. Well, not all of it. She just lost her hair right here. Say hi, Muffin. All she does is sleep. She's lazy. She doesn't play with toys. She doesn't do any dog stuff, I guess. She's rather quiet. She'll bark like if you knock on the door or something like that. But other than that, she's super quiet. Doesn't make any noise. I have a video of Joey that I'll add in here so you can see him. He's so dramatic, but he's so cute. When he was born, I actually was there to help birth his litter. He was the runt. He was the last one, and we actually thought his mom had pooped. But she was too weak to clean him off, like the amniotic fluid and all that stuff. So my mom actually had to wipe him off and stuff, and he wasn't breathing at first because it had been like a couple minutes and nothing, like it wasn't cleaned off of him in time, I guess. So for a couple minutes he wasn't breathing, and we had to do like the whole little CPR thing on him. But he just ended up coming out with a slight blindness. Yo, ow, chip, okay. Joseph, get down. You miss me that much? You miss me that much? So I started my YouTube channel. I posted on Thanksgiving. I posted my first video, but during my birthday trip, me and my best friend, we shot my intro, and I'm gonna put that in here. Hey YouTube.
So this is my best friend channel. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, everything else.
The next 3 pictures are me in my uniform, my freshman year, with the Army ROTC. The first one It's me, my arms behind my back. That was the first time I ever wore the uniform. And the next one is I did Raiders for this season. It's our competition team. We do like outside events and stuff through water, land, stuff like that, navigation. And Joey's my battle buddy. He would be, if I had to choose an animal to bring with me, I would bring Joey. He would be top dog. He would be able to help me with everything. And then the next one is me. The day of the Christmas parade. My mom took the picture. It was before I left to go back to school. For the parade. That had been a goal of mine since I was a little kid. Like, we used to go to the parade every year, and I used to always be like, I want to be in that. And that night was like really emotional for me. My god sister came, my mom and all of them were there, but my god sister was crying, and she's like, I'm so happy, I can't believe this. And it made me so sad, but it was like a good sad. But I just want to let you guys know what those next 3 pictures were. The next 3 are, I was still an only child. That was probably the last time my mom took pictures of me, because she used to go every couple of months and get like the professional pictures. The next one is my pre-K play. I was the baby bear. I had on like this huge diaper. And then the next one is my pre-K graduation. That was amazing. That was so amazing. I remember like walking across a little stage, and they gave us these little flowers. That's when I was still at the private school, and we used to have to cross the street. The next picture is me. We either were about to pull up to camp, or when we first left, I had shaved my hair. My hair probably had been shaved for like 6 months. And we were on our way to camp. It was Young Life Camp. And it was probably the best week of my life ever. 2 pools. We slept in like these cabins, but it wasn't even like we were in the woods. We were in like, it literally reminded me of a theme park. It was so big, and so, there were challenges, like competition type stuff. I drank 2, like, they were like these glass bottles, but they had like this like hourglass, I guess, shape to them. I drank one whole thing, right? And, everyone was like, chug, chug, chug. And the person in the front, Agnes, she didn't see it. She's like, I bet you won't do another one. And everybody in the like, I don't want to say cafeteria, but in like the dinner area was yelling chug. And I did the second one. So I did 2 whole things of syrup. Not gonna lie, I was feeling sick, real sick. But that week was the bomb diggity. It was the bomb. So, after high school, I plan on joining the military, Navy, and becoming a chef, getting degrees, but during that contract with the Navy, my first one is going to be reserve, and my second one is going to be all on, and I'm going to do that one for 6 years. The first one will be 4 years. But getting a couple degrees, business degrees, and buying some land and building a restaurant from the ground up. I also plan on building not my first home, but my final home will be built from the ground up for me, my brother and sister, and at least 2 kids each. So it's going to be pretty big. The way that my life has impacted my adulthood would be, through all my struggles, I've learned that at the end of the day, I have me. And with that, I'll figure it out. I'll take care of it. It'll happen. It'll get done. My hopes or dreams are that I'm able to thrive and succeed in everything that I attempt to do, and that I don't let any of my disadvantages in life limit me to the other things that I can explore and be open to. I want to be able to be more comfortable. I have really bad anxiety with large groups of people, and I want to be able to give speeches to large groups of people. So I have to get past my anxiety in order to do that. But those are the things that I hope and dream for the most.